Okay, this looks pretty obvious to me, Scorpio. It really does look to me like you are in communication with some people on a career level and on a love level. If this does not resonate with you, then this message is not for you, so do not try to make it fit. But if it does resonate, I ask that you go ahead and listen up, okay? For those of you who are entering into new career fields, maybe you got a new promotion, maybe you feel a different way about your job or career. For those of you who are rekindling your love life, you may be in a relationship, but the relationship is starting to just, recapture what it once lost. Some of you are getting into new relationships. Some of your money is picking up. I see that you've worked very hard at these things. I feel that karmically, it is time for you to start to enjoy the things that Spirit wants you to have. Now, here's the key. Spirit can give you everything that you deserve, Scorpio. But the question is, Scorpio, do you know how to grab these things? Do you know how to get these things that Spirit is giving you? Because Spirit is giving you the seed of new love and the seed of money. Straight up. And Spirit is also letting you know if your money is not already looking good, baby, it is going to start to look good if you start to make the right moves this month. This month is going to be the month that doors will be open that you thought would not be opened for you. Spirit saying all you got to do is put a little bit of work into it. Put a little work into it. This is that apprentice card. I'm working on something. That's what that card means. Now, the Star card, which is the only major arcana aside from the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune talks about karma. This tells me this is your karma, Scorpio. It is your karma. It is finally your time to be looking at marriage, to be looking at, I feel like, Scorpio, what you're seeing in front of you right now are all of the things that you've ever wanted. And some of you might be actually looking at these things skeptically because things may have been going so sour for so long for so many people, to the point where you're actually probably wondering if you can believe your eyes. I told you it's all about celebration. I see earth on the table. I see water on the table. I see fire on the table. And this Page of Swords right here is a messenger of information. So I feel as though for those of you, Scorpio, who are having a hard time finding work, a hard time finding love, what's going to happen for you people is you're going to get a messenger. Somebody's going to tell you about somebody who's either interested in you when it comes to work or when it comes to love. You are going to get a message of some welcomed news. Whoever it is that you meet, for you singles, it could very easily lead to marriage. This is that marriage card. This is that 1111 card, I'm telling you. So Scorpio, really and truly, it's looking mad wonderful for you. And let me tell you why. Because you are looking at marriage, you're looking at money, you're looking at love, you're looking at everything that life is meant to bring us, that final cherry on top. Don't forget, you are the cake and the icing. Don't forget that part, Scorpio. Scorpio, you are the end all be all. You are your first love. Now, the people who come into your life that you choose to share your life with, you have to understand that's how it goes, Scorpio. Here's something that I learned recently. I always thought that in relationships, I always thought that the person that you get with or the person that you end up being with, that person is a person that makes you happy. No. You have to be completely and totally satisfied with who you are. You have to be in a place within yourself, Scorpio, where whatever you want to let die within yourself, you let it die. And when you let it die, it is then replaced with something else. But you have to make a conscious decision as to what it's going to be replaced with. Spirit is telling you for this month of March, you have the opportunity to let die whatever you want to let die and you can replace it with a lot of amazing things. Things that make life a lot more comfortable. Who does not want to share their life with someone who loves them back? That's what this spread is saying. Who does not want to, enjoy their life in financial bliss? We all do. And Scorpio, guess what? March is the month for you to take advantage of what Spirit is doing for you. Spirit is opening every single door that you want opened when it comes to love and money. And it's because you worked on it. It is because you prayed about it. That's why it happened. That's why you're here with that. Now, when it comes to this Four of Cups, a lot of people would say this is the depression card, but what I'm seeing in this particular context with the surrounding cards, Scorpio, what I'm seeing is that you're very specific with regards to who it is that you want to be with. You're not going to just take any old body. I feel as though a lot of you, Scorpio, whomever this is resonating with, because whoever this is resonating with has been feeling it, has been knowing that the time is coming. They have just been wondering when the time is coming. I'm letting you know the time is now. You have been working your ass off towards something. And guess what? This is going to be the month that you're going to start to see the fruits of your labor. The Ten of Pentacles can mean a lot of things. It can mean an inheritance for some of you. It could also mean that somebody looks at you like you are the salt of the earth. It could mean that in a work environment, people look at you like you are that person that is going to, bring that spark back into the office or whatever environment it is. The Ten of Pentacles could also represent the fact that you are like that everything to this person who wants to fill your cup. Okay, this is a cup of love. And you have to understand that the ace of anything is a seed. So please water it. Please take care of it, just like it's a plant. But of course, this is not literal, right? This means that you have to keep your mind on it. This means that you have to stay focused on it. Don't just give up on it when things get difficult, because I want to tell you something about wonderful relationships. There are no wonderful relationships that go without a hitch. They all have problems. They all have issues. And I have a feeling that whatever Scorpios I'm talking to right now already understand that. And they have already been there and done that. I feel like I'm talking to some divorcees, actually. Because you can't get to this mature level with these cards that I'm looking at without experiencing some form of disappointment in the past. So I feel like you may have already learned that. You know that relationships come with ups and downs, but this time you know how to deal with those down moments. You know that it comes with the territory and you're ready for it. Because when I see this Ace of Cups right along with this marriage card, that tells me that, and see, look, as well as these cards, this is the communication card. This card means speed, communication, or travel. This card straight up means communication, a messenger of information. So I feel like some of you may already be talking to whomever it is that you have a romantic interest in. Trust and believe they have a romantic interest in you, and more than just dating. They're looking at you as a lifelong partner. And when you're looking at somebody in terms of a lifelong partner, I want you to understand that is no joke, baby, because that's a hell of a commitment. And when you're at a place, when you're ready to make that type of commitment, that means that you have matured to a place that you ought to be very proud of. That's why you're at a celebratory place. Okay? It's time to celebrate. And it's so funny. We're in the month of March, and look at the Roman numeral at the top, 3. We're in the 3rd month of the year, and it's time to celebrate, Scorpio, because I feel like a lot of you, whomever this is resonating with, which is not everybody, but whomever it is, I feel like a lot of you have worked very hard to let things die and wash away that no longer were serving you. I feel like a lot of you have explored the things about yourself that you didn't like. You know, you may have indulged in those things enough to know, you know what, that ain't cool. I don't like it. You stepped away from it. You started to work on what it is that you wanted to work on. And guess what? Now you're going to start to see. You're going to start to see these things come to fruition. I'm saying 2 number 8s too, okay? Now, when I see these 2 number 8s together, I do put them together, and I want to know what spirit is trying to tell me when I see these numbers and they come together. Now, 8, for me, in terms of numerology, it means that you're going to start to actually, in your hand, you're going to start to feel, it's going to become tangible, the things that you have worked hard on. That's what the number 8 means to me. The next number is going to be 9. It's going to be the ending of this particular journey, and then you'll be going into a new journey in this lifetime. So you have worked on your communication skills. You have worked on communicating what it is that you want. And that could be to the cosmos. It could be to your love interest. And it could be also to a potential employer with regards to a promotion, career, and things of that nature. Things are looking mad beautiful for you, Scorpio. And I really want you to capitalize on the beautiful energy that is just out there for you right now. I don't care what anybody else is telling you. With this spread, I'm telling you straight up. You have the Ace of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. Many people say this is the good luck card, but to me, this is the karmic card. Depending on the cards that are surrounding, it tells me if you're dealing with some karma that you got to work out, or if you are on the upside of karma because you have been a good boy or girl lately. Some of you have been working really hard to try to change things about yourself, maybe even deny yourself of things that you would normally enjoy or normally indulge in so that you could take the more responsible route. And you've been very adamant about what it is that you want. You communicated this to the cosmos. You communicated this to people here on Earth. They are now being receptive to what it is that you want, Scorpio. So I say take a bite of that apple because that apple is yours. It was handed to you so you can eat it. All right. Now, let's go into your next 10 cards. Queen of Pentacles, the Hierophant, King of Pentacles. Oh, Scorpio. 7 of Swords, the Moon, the Hanged Man, the 4 of Swords, the World, the 3 of Swords, and the 8 of Cups. Now, I don't know if I'm talking to a different group of people. If I am, take it as it resonates. If I'm talking to the same group of people, what I'm saying is what you came out of, okay, was a situation where you were stolen from, where people would lie to you, where you would be the one making all of the sacrifices for someone else. So much so to the point where it really put you in a place where you needed rest on a constant basis. And it also broke your heart, but you realized that you had to walk away from the situation because it wasn't working for you. You let this come to a completion. And you now know that you want to be committed to somebody that's marriage material, and you're no longer going to cheat yourself out of being in that situation. You're no longer going to be in relationships with people who lie to you, steal from you, you know, where you're doing all of the sacrificing, you know, where this person or whoever you were with in the past, you know, led you to straight exhaustion. I feel like the past led you to where you are now, to the opportunity and the potential that you have now in the month of March. I feel like the past taught you a whole bunch of stuff. And I tell this to a lot of people in my private readings. When I do private readings with people, I'm telling you, pain is the best teacher. Notice we don't listen until pain starts kicking our ass. It's the truth. Nice don't work with us, unfortunately. We suck at that as human beings. It's true. We doubt you until it hurts. And I feel like, it took some heartache. It took you having faith in someone that you really cared about to show you that, yeah, even someone that you care about that you really were there for will steal from you. Yeah, even somebody that you really care about that you really sacrifice for will lie to you. Yeah, you can sit and sacrifice until the cows come home and people will simply not respect your efforts. So what I also think you learned, Scorpio, in your past, which led you to where you are now in March, is that you're going to use discernment, because you know that you're not going to let these people from the past that you had to walk away from, that was so painful, because I see that you had to walk away from something and it was painful. I mean, painful is an understatement. And it may have even been a divorce that you endured. It may have even been within your relationship, but I feel like it taught you so much to the point where you would actually be able to say, yeah, I would do that again. Because the lesson that I learned from going through whatever that was, priceless. Got me where I am right now. And I am so much more better for it. Some of you still may be dealing with the remnants of heartache, but what I want you to understand is this, okay? And just take it from my personal experience. I really, all of my life, have tried to be very good to people. I have always tried to be the person that everybody could be proud of in my family. And for some reason, it was always overlooked. And it was really painful, but because I was a child, I wasn't able to really process that. And then when I became an adult, it started to manifest into poor behavior, because it was like, well, if I do my best and it's not acknowledged, what the fuck is the point of me doing my best, right? So let me go out here and figure this shit out myself. And I learned a lot of hard lessons myself the hard way because I didn't have any support. Well, that's a common story with a lot of people. And Scorpio, what I'm seeing is that people stealing from you, people lying to you, you sacrificing for people who will lie and steal from you and lead you to straight exhaustion and break your heart and cause you to have to walk away. I mean, there are situations where you will have to walk away. You'll have to, even if you don't want to. It's the principle. You cannot let people sit and lie to you in your face and completely spit in your face and take your kindness for weakness and let them steal from you, break your heart while you're making all these sacrifices. It forces you to have to walk away. Because if you don't walk away, what are you going to get? More stealing, more lies, more you breaking your back to exhaustion, all the way to completion. That's what the world means, completion. All the way to completion. It's like, it's complete. It's like, damn, what more can I expect from the situation? And Spirit is like, nothing. Do you not see that it's time to walk away? Yes, I understand you may love this person. Yes, I understand that you may love this situation. Yes, I understand that you love whatever this is. But I feel like a lot of you have learned to walk away from things that no longer serve you. So congratulations, Scorpio, because this month is the month of doors opening for you in love and in career. I see that point blank period. And I'm telling you, whoever you end up with will be marriage material. For those of you who are already in relationships, if I were to just be talking to people who are in relationships only, and you have a question with regards to the validity of your marriage, and you've had some questions about if your partner is worth you spending the rest of your life with. With this spread, I'm going to have to tell you no with these last 5 cards. I see a Queen of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and a King of Pentacles. Perfect match, right? Perfect match. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. There's no money issues here. There's none of that. Lots of stability. But guess what else is going on in this commitment? Because our Hierophant talks about commitment right in the middle of this Queen of Pentacles and this King of Pentacles.